guys, you get to go have a seat for a little bit, and then we'll be calling you back up here. Thank you guys so much. We had such a great time at VBS this week, and we have some special stuff to share with you guys. Daniel's going to play a slideshow, and if you'll go ahead and start that. And while we're doing that, can I get Nicole to come share something special that really made VBS neat, because we've been going back to the time of Jesus in Galilee, and there were a lot of things that they used back then that a lot of us are not familiar with, and one of them is this thing she has in her hands. I'm going to let her tell you about that.
This is called a shofar, and there are some of them a little shorter. They come from the horn of a ram. This one is from a type of antelope, and it might look a little strange for us, but in the time of the Israelites, this is an everyday part of life. And in the Bible, it's often translated as a horn or a trumpet, but God commanded them that when they came out of Egypt, there were certain ways to use the shofar. They would use it to, God commands when you go to war against the nations that he was sending them to drive out, and it says that God heard the sound of it and that he would go and fight before them. As well as they would use it to signify, the Levites would blow it at the beginning of each month to signify a new moon or a new month, a festival time, particularly the Feast of Trumpets, they would blow this. And it's also is what they would blow at the calling of the assembling of the people together. So it's a way to get God's people's attention and call them to assembly. And I love to study God's law, because in Romans it tells us that the law is spiritual, and we know that until heaven and earth pass away, not one jot or tittle is nullified from the law. And so what we see in those commands about the shofar is that it just in the way that the shofar would blow and God's people would know to come together in assembly, there's also our Lord Jesus is going to return at the sound of the trumpet call. And of course we know God's people are going to be raised from the dead and meet him in the cloud. And so it's all a picture of what he has laid out from the beginning. And so with that, shalom.
Does anyone want to hear her blow the shofar? Oh,
Okay.
there's not very many people that want to.
me.
Yeah, there's not many people that want to hear it. So we're just going to go ahead and move on. So, what? Did you want to? Oh, did you guys want to hear her play it? Oh, I'm sorry. I think they do want to hear you play it. Okay, let's hear Nicole play it, but don't make fun of her. Okay? All right, here we go.
Still learning.
Amen. Thank you, Nicole. Are you guys ready to go to battle? That's our battle call. Are you guys ready to go to battle? Because I can promise you and assure you that we faced some battles this last week with VBS, and I can assure you that we haven't seen anything, because Satan has all kinds of plans to attack us in these last days. So we have to be ready. We have to have our battle gear on and ready to go.